pretty fatal, or if not, very painful targets. So far, that's pretty realistic.
He's just waiting there like, oh no, he has my shoulder. Oh no, whoa.
Hey guys, John here, and I'm back again with another reaction, another breakdown, and this is from special request from one of you guys, so thanks so much for the support and the comments. Today we're watching Kickboxer Retaliation, where Kurt Sloane fights off some prisoners. We're going to give it a rating on how realistic we think it is on a scale of 1 to 10, as well as a rating on how entertaining it is on a scale of 1 to 10. So that's our criteria. Let's get into the breakdown.
Tell him there's 3 broken ribs and a punctured lung, a dislocated jaw, and a broken nose.
I don't know who has all those injuries right now, but the punctured lung especially is could be pretty fatal, or if not, very painful. Surrounded. Okay. Good spin. Good, another good spin actually. I haven't heard of this movie before, so I wasn't actually exactly too sure what to expect with this, but let's back that up. He's doing some right things here for sure, in that when you're surrounded by that many enemies, so like, yeah, I think it's like 3 enemies he has to fight there, sometimes a lot more of the spinning attacks where you're kind of like moving through almost like a top to be able to attack all 3 opponents at once. Sometimes it's all you can do when they've already surrounded you. Normally, if you're fighting 3 opponents, you want to try and get them into like one plane of space. But if they're already surrounding you, you have to go through the target. Like hit one there, and as you're spinning, hit the next one, keep spinning, hit the next one, and go through the targets. So far, that's pretty realistic. Good side kick. Good punches. And he sweeps and uses that spin and just continues on with a 360 kick. So I guess it's kind of like a 720 kick. He goes 1 spin to trip a guy and continues to spin. Just keep carrying that momentum, because the second you kind of stop, you're going to be at a disadvantage here. You want to like increase your speed, accelerate yourself, and then start hitting just everybody at once. So if you're fighting 3 guys or smaller than you especially, this could absolutely work for sure. Now he's fighting some more guys in the same prison. He gets locked in. Okay. Very nice. We'll stop it there for now. This first kick here that he blocks, I don't think that really works. So I guess the guy who's up on the stairs there, he's gonna the guy on the stairs is gonna throw a roundhouse. He's gonna catch the kick kind of with his arm so he can lift them up. The actual lift and where he like slams him down, that's actually not too far up, especially if he's able to trip the guy. So that's actually a common sweep that you can use in Muay Thai against knees and kicks thrown your way. What I don't think is the way he caught that kick originally was pretty was accurate. Let's see what he does. So he catches it. Like, see, here's where I have a problem with it right here, is that the way he's catching that kick, like, over like that. So the way you want to catch this kick is either your left, it's going to be with your right hand, typically. So you'd block with the left, so you're not taking the damage of the shin, and you're going to grab with the right, and from there on, you can do a variety of sweeps, or you can switch your grip and do exactly what he's going to do. He can also, you know, I'm not a fan of this, but he can go his a right arm across and then catch with his left hand. Again, like, not really ideal, because you're taking some, you're gonna take a hit there. Here, there's no reason why that shin should have stopped there, right? Like, let's back it up again. Super slow. Okay. So now that we see what's happening there, he actually uses his hand to... So this is, again, it's not super realistic, but it makes a little bit more sense as to why that shin stopped. Because I thought the guy just stopped it midair, right? That doesn't make any sense. But as the shin came in, he stopped. He kind of patted it down with his hand and then caught it with his shoulder and his other arm. You know, if the guy knows how to kick, you're not stopping it in someone's entire leg with your palm like that, right? So if you're blocking a roundhouse, the common thing you want to do is take that full force that's coming at you from the shin, and you want to disperse it among 3 different points, right? So a 3-point block would be when you accept the kick from the into the shoulder, the forearm, and the hand all at once to kind of make this wall that you see here, right? And that's going to disperse the force from one center into 3 different spots, so it's less damaging overall. You're not stopping anyone's kick with just your hand, or even if you went like just this with his forearm, even that's not ideal, because if someone knows how to roundhouse properly, like this tiny little forearm is going to lose to someone's entire leg, right? It doesn't make any sense. So the stoppage of this kick, not very realistic.
Gotta work so hard.
That whole flipping thing there, though, if he didn't kick out his foot, but if he did exactly that, he kind of like he lifted the leg, steered the shoulder, so that this part right here is a pretty realistic move. If one of his legs swept the supporting leg of this person, this would 100% would work. You know, in terms of just muscling it through, I guess maybe if you're a bodybuilder like Kurt Sloane. Pretty accurate front kick. One minor thing there is that he aimed it into the guy's chest. We'll back up again. He's gonna kick him right here in the bone. I mean, it works. Like if you're trying to do a push kick or a teep, as we call it in Muay Thai, your main objective is to get him away from you and do a little bit of damage if you can. Like the ball of your foot or your toe into this big massive bone isn't the ideal spot. You actually want to hit right here in the solar plexus or into the bladder. So those are the 2 softest parts of the body that you can hit. So either just kind of right behind where the belt buckle is, or in between where your ribs meet. There's a little triangle of space there that's very soft and very susceptible to damage from punches, and especially the front kick or a teep that the Kurt Sloane just did. So does it work? Yes. It wasn't perfect though.
To make it through the day.
I like this cowboy saloon kind of music. Okay. Yeah, another good front kick. So what that guy did is that he ran up the stairs to face the guy. If you're wondering why he did that, it does make sense to have the higher ground against your opponent, because it absolutely makes a difference if you're able to use kind of the gravity to help you out and punch downward, or just you know, in this case, Kurt Sloane's taller than him, so maybe he doesn't want to give up the height advantage. Okay. I mean that wasn't. So this right here, in the entire time he's grabbed, basically they've told the stunt performer to like, don't fight back. I'll back up again one more time. So you see what I mean? Catches the kick. Like there's a lot of times to keep moving. Maybe the sheer fear had him like a deer in the headlights. I don't know. Good front kick. That's when front kicks or teeps are most effective, is someone's walking into it. So that part was very, very realistic, actually. Slip a punch, inside leg kick, right roundhouse. Very real. Good punch to the guard. Another good punch. You should throw a front kick again. Oh yeah, he did. That was very, very real. That right there, that whole sequence where he slips a punch, attacks the inside of the leg kick, and forces the guy to trip. That move especially, the inside part of your leg, so the outside kind of here, if you were to get kicked, it still hurts, but you have a lot more muscle on the front and the outside of your leg. On the inside thigh there, kind of where those major arteries are, it's a little bit softer on the inside. There's a lot more give. So having someone like kind of almost falling over from an inside kick like that absolutely makes sense. And then everything else with those punches, just one after the other, finishing off with a front kick when someone's off balance, which he did at the very, like right here. And that's what I would have done as well. Like at the range, you clearly have the reach. He's off balance, perfect time for the front kick. That's smart. That's good. Good slip. I mean, that guy who came at him, he was punching a little wide. So again, like you can tell it's staged. So he obviously is gonna be dodged. So you see here, Kurt Sloane's gonna try to walk through. Guy's gonna come in from the right, and then he's kind of like punching already over Kurt Sloane's head. Like there's no way you're not dodging that, right? Like that punch was never gonna hit him. I'll slow it down one more time. So Kurt Sloane's walking through, right? Now look at this guy's hand. It was never gonna land, right? Like even if Kurt Sloane didn't somehow instinctively and reflexively dodge, that hand was never ever gonna be in danger of hitting him. So theoretically, he didn't need to dodge. Rest of that though, good slip, good touch to follow up. When someone's disoriented like that, another good time to roundhouse or right front kick. He goes for the front kick. Again, very real. And sweep. I mean, that's smart. You should, if you're fighting this many people, you should be getting weapons. That's real. So let's back up a tiny bit there to where he jumps over this guy. Really cool for the movie. No real benefit. So he's gonna run up the fence and try to get behind him. I mean, at that point, why not just start with the roundhouse? Don't waste energy on the jump, especially if you have like 5 more people to fight. Just go up and kick him if he's gonna be that vulnerable. Good form though. That spear jumping knee. So a jumping knee is basically when you elevate yourself with that both your feet exit the ground. So that was a good jumping knee. And the spear motion when it comes up and a bit more forward. So that was actually really, really well done. Kurt Sloane. That kind of weird oblique kick though, I don't think that's going to be destroying any fences, but... Oh, we missed that a little bit. Another time where someone's running in, very susceptible to a front kick like that. That's very, very realistic. Anytime you have people rushing at you like that, front kicks into your best friend. I think he left too many guys alive. Yeah. So he maybe what he should be doing is that while people are down is incapacitating them so they don't get up and kind of like regroup and come at him all at once like this. Because right now he's fought like 5 or 6 guys. When you do that one at a time, it's much easier than 3-on-1. But these guys are clearly scared. It's like they're standing for the high school bully.
Bad man. Gotta work so hard.
They don't look so tough now.
I need me some money.
Okay.
To make it
That's not a bad idea. Change the landscape, change the playing field a bit, especially when you're outnumbered. You can just start to shift the circumstances to where you're fighting them one at a time, or you're just in the position where it's more favorable for you being alone. Okay. That was cool. No one's walking up just to get hit in the balls like that, but I think he does another front kick here. So he's gonna come up and kick someone in the balls. This front kick is pretty real though. Again, when you have the range to do that, that's kind of like a side kick. That's a good side kick, but the guy that is pinning down there, again, it's one of those times where it's like, they've told the stunt double to like, hey, he's gonna hold you down, look busy for a few seconds while he does something cool, right? So he does that, very cool kick, and then now when he grabs this guy, let's slow it down. So he grabs him and pins him against the fence, and now all of a sudden, just look busy,
She's just waiting there like, oh no, he has my shoulder. Oh no, whoa.
Just looking busy. For how skillful this actor who's played Kurt Sloane really is, like I feel like they could have done more with the choreography. Just my opinion. So if he's able to go around the bar and come back, that kick had no real power, right? So if he was digging in that kick, he'd go around the fence, and he would be forced to spin all the way around to face the other opponent again. The fact that he's able to like kind of go in, snap it, and come back means that again, just a stunt, no real power or force behind it. catching that kick, that is very realistic. So normally when someone throws a roundhouse like that to the body, we'll watch this stunt jump, and now the guy in the black shirt is the kick, and Kurt Sloane catches it like this. That's very realistic. If possible, you actually want to, when the kick's coming in towards your left side, you want to move to the right to kind of dissipate some of that force. He didn't have the option with kind of like all the scaffolding there, but that catch is very good. And once you have that nice and tight, you can turn your opponent, push them, punch them, and you have control over one of their limbs and that leverage. So this part's very real, very common in sports like Muay Thai, for example. So again, there's where Kurt Sloane's distracted looking away. You can fight back, and if you're holding one hand on the fence, this is the perfect time to just punch him, get him off of you, right? But instead, he's just kind of like staring at him. Another front kick. I don't begrudge this guy for using so many teeps and front kicks. Like I would too. They're the first and last kick I throw. And he's gonna look cool for a little bit longer, and that's the seed. That's the seed. So that's been Kurt Sloane and Kickboxer Retaliation. Overall, I thought there's some good stuff for sure, and I also saw in this movie there's a lot of like pretty legit fighters in there. So for example, Roy Nelson was on the other scene, and I think Mike Tyson or a few other like big name actors were here to either consult or assist. And Kurt Sloane, whoever plays this character himself, is very skilled in martial arts. So some of the right aspects were there, but you can tell this is just a one big kind of like staging, and obviously that's what a movie in entirety is, but for me it wasn't too believable. So on a realism factor, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. I don't think Kurt Sloane was ever in any real danger. None of those guys really intended to hurt him, and I know they're trying to just probably make him look powerful in this scene or in control, but if 9 guys are rushing you to prison, I don't think no matter how good you are, you're not in a really good position. So everything going on here was just kind of dramatic effect. In terms of entertainment factor, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Again, for me, because it didn't feel too realistic. It's hard to really kind of like wrap my head around it, especially like when I can see that like some of those moves like we're never gonna land, or like the guys kind of like just like again against the fence being like, oh no, don't kick me, like. Is this really the prison guy that beats you up? That's not how I imagine him, so it's hard for you to get fully immersed, but it's still a really good like atmosphere, really good like cinematography, and like the way they're like panning. It just looks good. It's just a nice scene, a nice video, but again, it's hard for me to really wrap my head around it when, to me, it looks like a lot of this stuff, I think they saved their better choreography for other parts of the movie, in short. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that today, guys, and please leave a like, subscribe for more content, and please comment below what kind of scenes you want me to watch for the next breakdown, and you never know, maybe I'll find it.